Hello, this is my psych talk on the link between aggression and disruptive behavior in adolescents and children. So first, I think that it's a good note that aggression and disruptive behaviors often work hand in hand, especially in adolescents and children, but there is a notable difference in aggressive behaviors and disruptive ones. Aggression is defined as hostile or violent attitudes directed at another individual. This is a direct intent to harm another individual or object on purpose. The three main types of aggression are reactive expressive aggression, which is verbal and physical aggression, reactive inexpressive aggression, which looks like hostility, proactive relational aggression, which is aggression that damages relationships and your interpersonal communication with others. Disruptive behaviors are defined as behaviors that occur when children or adolescents are having problems controlling different aspects of their behavior in different environments. This is often occurring in social situations, but can be happening for a number of different reasons. Three of the main types of disruptive behaviors are unspecified, which is categorized as ongoing patterns of defiant and uncooperative behavior. Impulse control, which is chronic problems lacking the ability to maintain self-control. And then conduct disorders are groups of behavioral and emotional problems that are categorized by a disregard for other people. The intent of this experiment was to differentiate between the roles of different subtypes of aggression in children and adolescents by looking at the difference between proactive aggression and reactive aggression. The main age group of the experiment was done with 13-year-olds, but the ages ranged from 8 to 18 and was done with both boys and girls while their aggression tendencies were looked at. The article focused on two main types of aggression, which was relational aggression as well as proactive aggression. Relational aggression, or RA, is more prevalent in girls and is characterized by a social threat. Proactive aggression is found equally in boys and girls and is characterized more by a goal-focused individual who has become actively aggressive with the onset of frustration or stress. This study found that both relational aggression and proactive aggression involve similar brain structures but are actually taking place in different parts of our brain and are brought on by different types of stressors. The research methods and materials included things like a clinical assessment, which was done on all of the participants to screen for disorders using the Kitty Schedule for Affective Disorders and Schizophrenia Present and Lifetime version was what was used to screen all of the participants before being able to be in the study. And then image motion censoring was done so that different scanners were able to sort of track where the blood is being concentrated and moved around when we're thinking about certain things. But special considerations were taken for children who had ADHD. The regions of interest was a big part in The regions of interest were taken into consideration as well. The seeds chosen were based on where their functional relevance for aggression was inside of our brains. And then functional connectivity analysis was also done, which was done with the seeds that were being performed through the experiment, which was accounting for individual differences like age, sex and gender, IQ, and other medications that may have been taken. Usually, once a study has been conducted, the results are submitted for peer review and shared with the public. But unfortunately, most studies do have limitations, even when things like age, gender, and demographic was accounted for. Unfortunately, this study was not crossed between different cultures, and so I think that forces it to lose a little bit of its external validity when we're applying it to a whole world of people, when the experiment was only done in a very specific part of the world. The study had found a lot of new data that we had not seen before, and it proved that there is differences in subtypes of aggression and aggression subtype patterns, but all forms of aggression involve brain areas associated with emotion, empathy, morality, and cognitive control. There are many things that we can take away from this study. And apply to ourselves in real life. And it's also important to note that different forms of aggression can show up in different places in our brains, and that certain people are more susceptible to certain subtypes of aggression. But aggression is not a healthy response to the world, and it can cause many relational problems as well as health problems if we're not managing it properly. The article that I had used to create this Prezi was published by the European Child and Adolescent Psychiatry Journal in 2020.